Oh man, this was very hard to watch. I mean, we all know this was going to come sooner or later. But now that it's actually happening, well, let's jump right in. The last where we left off is when Maul is finally captured and ended the fight on Mandalore with the help of Bo-Katan and the Night Owls. Now Ahsoka and the rest of the 332nd are returning back to Coruscant with Maul in tow. Of course, everything was fine. Rex and Ahsoka were having a heart-to-heart, but then next thing we know...
Execute Order 66.
Yes, Lord Sidious.
Yeah, this happens. As we see Rex fighting hard to resist Order 66, with a tear rolling down his face, he clearly doesn't want to kill her. That makes me think the clones really didn't have a choice at all, and as soon as the order was given, they have now become what the clones have fought so hard to overcome. That they're just a number, that they are men, not droids. Well, Order 66 has now made them that, just living droids with no individuality anymore. When Rex mentions fives, a small glimmer of hope had risen up. I was like, yes, find fives, Ahsoka, we'll tell you everything. Well, at least most of it. The now merciless clones become a terrible fight for Ahsoka, as she now has to fight for her life on a ship full of ex-friends who now won't stop till they see her dead. I can't imagine how much she must feel. Man, she has fought beside them for 3 years and become close friends with some of them, and now they're just gunning her down without a second thought. Damn, this is hard. The small battle where Ahsoka fights off the clones on the bridge is insane to say the least. Hunched over, close to herself, lightsaber moves, unable to reach much further than her own hands. It's a pretty awesome scene, I have to admit. Ahsoka has to be strong now, even more than ever, and figure out how she's gonna escape. You know, I'm very surprised on how well Ahsoka is taking being betrayed on by her friends. I mean, if I was her, I would be bawling my eyes out. But then again, I'm an emotional weirdo, so what do I know? Next, we see her freeing Maul to cause some chaos, her words, while she tries to escape and find out why the clones are doing this. Ahsoka finds a room full of astral droids, and they agree to help her find out what the hell is going on. Okay, time for the frickin' report, that if someone took seriously, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess.
I'm not sure I believe it myself, but there's a possibility that the inhibitor chips the Kaminoans put inside us have a purpose that we don't yet fully understand.
Mess. Okay, so Rex was suspicious of the chip, but didn't do anything. Nice job, Rex. Ahsoka is now on a mission to find that chip that Fives died to warn everybody about. Shit gets real as Maul completely wrecks the clones up, and that's not even with the lightsaber. I mean, the boys didn't even stand a chance. Maul went through them like butter. Damn! And they say this is a kid's show. Man, the stakes are high. Both our main group is vulnerable, and Ahsoka doesn't want to kill anyone to save Rex. I love this little snippet here.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Nice little hint to Rogue One. Very intense moment, as the clones are getting through and Rex's chip is removed, shoots his brothers to save them both. Their reunion is short-lived, however, as Rex says to Ahsoka that all the clones have the chips, and are ready to kill whoever calls himself Jedi. Alright, the very last episode, Victory and Death. Gives me the feels like crazy. It may not have many surprises, as we know Ahsoka and Rex are going to survive and stuff, and we know the clones are... Yeah, anyway, the series has come a long way since it first came out in 2009, and the last arc is the best way to finish the best show I've ever watched. I love how cinematic this arc is, with the scary dark tone score, the red title for the opening, leaves you with the impression that you're again watching a movie instead of a show. Okay, so we jump right into where we left off in the last episode, where Rex just got his chip out and the rest of his brothers are trying to kill them. Yay! So our dream team is planning to make it to the shuttle bay without killing any of the clones. Meanwhile, Maul is making his way to the engine room and basically turns it to a pile of scrap. Yeah, talk about a distraction. Next, Rex and Ahsoka make it to a command center looking thing overlooking the launch bay, and we see everything is locked down. And like my boy Rex says,
If they weren't trying to kill us, I'd be proud.
But unfortunately, the clones were waiting for them and spun their trap. The next part basically shatters what was left of my already fragile heart.
This ship is going down, and those soldiers, my brothers, are willing to die and take you and me along with them.
That scene is one of the most emotional I've ever seen. Literal tears were rolling down my face. I haven't been that sad about fictional characters since Infinity War. Damn, it hit so close to home. That tear, he can't even look at Ahsoka. He feels so ashamed. I can't imagine what he's going through either. Having his own blood turn against him, he must be as heartbroken as we are. When Ahsoka says she wouldn't be the one to kill them, I mean, I know her heart is in the right place, but they're all going to die at the end no matter what, if it's by her hand or the ship. If I'm being honest, I think the clones rather die by her and Rex's hand than by the stupid ship. Alright, now Ahsoka claims to have a good plan, and have Rex take her as a hostage to distract Jesse while the droids do their thing. Now Rex here, while trying to keep Jesse talking, has some good points. Like the fact that Ahsoka isn't a Jedi and hasn't been one for some time, so why try to kill her? Of course, Jesse didn't take the way out. The chip wouldn't let him. Like I said, everything that made the clones human are now gone. Sucks. On that though, the final battle is awesome, and yet hard to watch at the same time, especially the climax, as Rex and Ahsoka battle their way out of a doomed Republic cruiser that focus shifts to a free fall. Damn, it's such a cool scene. It's funny how this episode keeps you on the edge of your seat, yet we, as the audience, already know that Maul, Ahsoka, and Rex survive. But it's how they survive that is the fun part. Like how you think Ahsoka's gonna die with each shot she takes. It's like, is it gonna be her last? No, of course not. But the way the writers do it makes you think it's going to be. It shows just how much of a tragedy Order 66 is. Ahsoka's doing everything in her power to stay alive, and at the same time, not to kill anyone while doing it. She could have gone the easy way, like Maul and the rest of the Jedi, and just fight to kill, yet she did her best to spare the lives of her men. What even more sucks is that it's all for nothing. They all die in the ship crash anyway, and Ahsoka gains nothing by fighting honorably. It also shows that she really isn't a Jedi. A Jedi would act accordingly to being attacked and wouldn't hesitate killing if that's what they needed to do. For Ahsoka, the fact that she tried shows her heroism. She's better than the Jedi. After the fight on the cruiser, and finally Rex and Ahsoka make it off the ship, kind of. I love this scene. Ahsoka is still a badass even while falling to her maybe death. Again, we know it's not, but still it's so intense that it tricks you that she may not survive. But of course, Rex catches her in the Y-Wing and they're safe at last. This scene has me bawling like a little girl again. The clones deserve so much better than this. They really were just pawns. The clones were always my favorite while watching the show. To this day, the Clone Wars timeline is my personal favorite in all of the Star Wars universe. But like all good things, must come to an end. Like when Ahsoka drops her lightsaber in the snow. That part of her life is done and must say goodbye. It gives us the perfect last scene to end the Clone Wars. We see the stormtroopers instead of clones, and the ex-Anakin Skywalker, now turned Darth Vader, see what is left of the crash. He finds her saber in the snow and decides to keep it. I'm not sure why he would want to, maybe even as Vader or somewhere. He still cares about her. Who knows? I love the touch with a bird. Now we know whenever we see that colorful bird in the sky, we know Ahsoka lives. And we end this awesome and emotional adventure with Vader walking off in the reflection of a busted up 332nd clone trooper helmet. A great farewell to the greatest Star Wars cartoon show ever. Thank you all for watching, and if you want to watch other parts, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Well, see you lovelies.